Do you have any comments on the passing of the King of Thailand?
Well, I've heard that he was a very beloved, fatherly spirit. In other words, he may have dignified his function as leader by being for the people in an intimate way, which is what a leader can do. Not all leaders do that. And being fatherly, kind, caring for the people, helping them out directly, intimately, you know, in their environments or with whatever they're doing. And from what I understood, he was a bit of a jazz musician, so I find that to be touching. Yeah, he must have had a good taste for music. I'm sure he had classical music training, but he had fun playing jazz. Yeah. I'm certain of that. I'll have to know him about it. Yeah. Please tell me more.
So the idea of a father figure for a nation, is that different or the same as a father figure within a family?
Well, if you're a personification of fatherhood, then that's how you're going to be with old people. So it's not an act, it's a way of being. Some women are, you know, very definite matriarchs, and they feel that for all people. Right? The mother impulse is there. Maternal impulse and paternal impulses are there. Depends on how deeply embedded they are and how beautifully manifested they may be. And that determines what you see and how the people love or know or respect the leader or the father in this case. I understand people calling this king father. See?
Yeah, dad.
Dad, even papa, whatever other words can be used to give him his appropriate respect and regard, see, as leader. Father and mothers are leaders.
So does that become a unifying force for people because they view their...
Well, you're talking about the glorification of fatherhood, of course it is. He's not above other fathers in a sense, in a sense, or in a certain way. And so he's a living demonstration of what it is to be father. Yeah. There are different ways of, you know, being a leader. And some are with a machine gun, and then you have fatherly acts. And not that there's a contradiction between having a machine gun. If your father has to pick up a machine gun, and that's what his father does. Well, you know, yeah. But the heart of the father is to help. The heart of the mother is to help, to care, or defend and defend. In other words, it seemed like this was a unique king, a very special king. And the grief, the massive grief, speaks to the fact that this was a very special being. Right? Who wasn't like way above the clouds, right? Was there with the people. And that's what I meant by intimate communication with the people. It was right there on the ground, you know, leading the way for the people and being with the people. Okay? Supporting the people. That's what I hear. I don't know that for a fact, but that seems to be what the emotion is that is felt here, the grief level. Because this was a good man.
So what are the implications for a nation when it loses its father figure? Still has leaders, still has rulers, but...
Well, it means you better get ready for something less. Those are rare. Right? That's a hard act to follow for anybody, father or worse. Hard act to follow. Very few of those come up like that. Right. Almost like having a celestial being there. So he becomes a deity for the people because of his goodness, not because of his penchant for magic or desire for glorification. No, his goodness creates that. Someone to remember, someone to happily remember the presence of, the likes of, the goodness of. That's the positive side of the human programming. When we have courageous people who want to be kind leaders, and who have brains, and who can play good saxophone. That's not a bad idea. That's not bad practice. That's good. It could be fun.
So given that it's a rare and singular, let's say, type of appearance within a nation, does he still function as a role model for people to follow or attempt to emulate?
You know, the good works last forever. So remember the goodness. That's why it is, you know, something to consider. To be or not to be good, to yourself and as others.